Yo guys, what is up? It's Teach here, coming at you again with another video, and we are on another quick breeding help video, if you want to call it that. Now, basically, what we're going to talk about in today's little video is we're going to talk about how to combine mutations in Ark. A lot of people think they know the right way to do it, and I'm shocked how many people aren't actually right. And it's just taking them longer. So let's talk about the basics first. So over here we have level 1 dodos. Let me go ahead and get some binoculars so I can show you the stats on them. I'm going to have to actually go GCM first, and then we'll get binoculars. So basically, level 1 dodos, level 1 anything has 0 stats in any category. That is just how the game works. There's nothing you can do about that. That's just what it is. Now you can see on my right hand side of the little readout menu, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, okay? Now that just means that there are 0 points into any individual stat. Now, if you want to have super dinos, you basically want to take those points, make them exist first off, and combine them into the areas you want them specifically. Now, the reason that I say you want them specifically is very, very, very important. So you can see these eggs here. I'm going to go ahead and pick them up. Is there anything left? There we go. Okay, too hot. Perfect. Now, so I've got some eggs. Now, just to show you, I've got them in my inventory. They're going to end up yielding us these level 7 dodos because I've got a special mutation mod on that allows me to guarantee mutations. So we have level 1 dodos. You can see the parents are level 1. Now, what we want to do is let's pick something ahead of time. Let's say we want to have health dodos, okay? This is where it's going to get a little tricky. Now, we're going to go ahead and look at this guy's mutations. 0 points in health. No. Whistle passive. What are you doing? What is going on over here? Leave me alone, Scorpion. Alright. So basically, right here, you can see that, this one, I think is the one, right? So this guy has melee, okay? So we're suddenly like, oh man, he got 6 points into melee. You can see that on the right-hand side if you read down, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 6, 0, 0. Now what we're going to do is we're going to rename him 6 melee. I think that's it. I don't know how to spell melee, I'll be honest with you. Alright, so this one, 2 health, 2 stam, 2 movement speed. So we're going to say 2H, 2 stam, 2 moo, because it's not melee. Now, you can see that we're labeling these guys just based off their individual stats. Oh my goodness, 4 food. Of course you got 4 food. We're going to name this guy 4 food. I don't remember what else. Did he have 2 melee? Was that it? I'm just going to keep spelling it however I spell it. I'm not an English teacher. It was 2. Okay, so now we can see that these are the stats that we have to start with. We have 6 melee, 4 food, 2 melee, and then 2 health, 2 stam, 2 movement. Now we wanted to get high health, so we have to use this dodo first. But we're also looking for additional stats, and 6 melee is a good stat. So before we do that, let's hatch one more round of eggs. Boom, just like this, and we have ourselves some more dodos. Now it looks like we got twins somewhere along the lines. You can see that the color mutation always occurs when you get a mutation. For those of you that don't know mutations really well, I have another video that does show you how to get mutations. So make sure you check that out. Alright, so let's name these 4 as well. Alright, so we have 4 weight, 2 oxy. Oh, gross. 4W, 2O. Now let's go down this one. 2 food, 2 movement speed, 2 oxy. Wow, that's a useless one. 2F, 2M, 2O. Okay. Now, the other alternative to this, and I'll show you this on the next naming one. Let's just do it on this guy, because we have 0020022. You can do it this way. 0020022. Right? Was that it? 0? Maybe? I don't remember. 0020022. 0020022. There. Alright, so that's another way to do it. You can name them with numbers like that, and just remember that health goes first and then all the other stats in order. And then you can kind of compare them next to each other to figure out what stats are the best. Now this method right here is more of used when you're trying to get a whole bunch of good stats into something. Let's say you're trying to do Rexes and you want health, stamina, melee, and a little bit of weight. This is more for this model. But if you're doing something simple like you're just looking for health, you don't really care about that many stats. You just want the specific ones you need. Alright, so we got 4 weight, 2 melee on this one. We're going to go 4 weight, 2... Oh man. I wish I knew how to spell better, but I don't. Alright, so now we've got them all named, okay? we know all of them are named. We got some new ones over there. I'm not even going to bother looking at them. I think they're all going to be, yeah, they're not even going to be what we want. So before we start this, we're going to talk about 2 different ways to get stats. So let's say we just want health, okay? We know that this one over here has health, okay? If you want to combine this health stat, and let's say for some reason, is this male? That's a male as well, crap. Well, I guess it'll show us how to do it. So let's find a female that's got some melee on her. 2 melee, this will do. That's what I'm looking for. All right, so now we have these 2 sets of stats, okay? We have one with 2 health, 2 stamina, 2 movement, 2 food, 2 movement, 2 oxygen, okay? So we know for sure that this one over here, right here, is going to provide us the health that we need. Now, we don't really want these stats, but we do need to somehow guarantee getting the health. So what we're going to do is we're going to enable mating on this one, and we're going to toss that one away because we don't need it. We're going to bring in a female over here. Now, this one happens to have a mutation additional on her, so we're going to go ahead and allow that to happen. So basically what's going to happen, we're bringing in a level 1. Now, the reason that we're bringing in a level 1 is because we can guarantee we know what the stats are. See how there's zeros across the board? There's the 2 health. So how combining mutations works. There is a 55% chance of getting the higher stat in every single category, which means if it's the same in every single category, you're going to end up with a guaranteed egg that has that on it. So for this one, we have a 55% chance of getting health, a 55% chance of getting stamina, and a 55% chance of getting that movement speed. And then we have a 100% chance of getting the 0 points and everything else. Now, the one thing that's going to be a little bit different on this egg is she has a mutation stack on her, so she is going to get new mutations on this egg no matter what. So, to show you what that looks like, you can see that there's multiple mutations. We have 1 over here and 2 over here. Now, when you are combining mutations, be very careful. You never want to go above 20 on both sides. The second you go above 20 on both sides, you can no longer get new mutations. If you haven't seen my video before this one, you should check it out because it'll talk all about that, but that's just a reminder. Now, basically, we're just looking for the 2 health on this guy first. So we're going to try and get a guaranteed egg with 2 health. Maybe she gives us a bonus mutation. We don't know. So let's go ahead and get the 2 health female first so we can make sure we have a guaranteed egg set. And then she's going to provide us with a couple extra mutations, and I'll show you how to actually combine mutations that we want. So first off, come on, please give me the health. You got to be close. 81%? Okay. Now, because we don't really care too much about these guys, they didn't provide us with stats we want. Maybe I'll go back and at the end of this, I'm going to show you how to combine all stats. But right now, we're just going for 1 stat in the health, okay? So again, we're taking a female that we know is clean with zeros across the board, the male with the health stat, and we are now looking for a female egg. Okay. She actually provided us with a few different things, so let's check it out. And so we have a new male, okay? So this is the new male. It is level 9, so it's got mutations on it. It did not get the health. It added new mutations into stamina, melee, movement speed, oxygen. This is not what we want. We do not want this. No, bad. So a lot of people have a tendency to be like, ooh, level 9, this is what I want. No, it's not what you want, because if you look at the actual points, we wanted health. We did not get health. Remember, there's a 55% chance we did not get lucky this time. So we're going to go ahead and take him and throw him into Dodo sidebar, whatever you want to call it, and leave him over there. Now, while we're waiting for this, we can go ahead and take another female, just because we're going to try and increase the probability of us getting a health on it and put it in there. So what we're trying to do right now is we're trying to get that 2 health or more into a female, so we have a guaranteed egg with 2 health. Excuse me. Alright, so that's what we're trying to do. To 1 stat. Now after this, after we get this guaranteed, we're going to go ahead and move on to showing you how to combine all of the stats. It's really not that difficult, actually. A lot of people just have a hard time with it. Alright, so please give me the health in a female, or just the health in general. If not, I can just switch it over. If it doesn't work this time around, I'll use a special kibble to make the male a female. So that's how it's going to work. Now, once we get this individual stat, we know we have a guaranteed. We have the ability to combine this 2 health with any male at that point in time, and this just gives us the ability to breed with both male and female offspring. That's why we're trying to get a specific health female right now. Again, this is because we're looking for one individual stat. Now, theoretically, we're playing the odds. 2, we've already hatched 1. With a 55% chance, we're almost guaranteed to have a health stat on a baby from this one. Now, that's what we're looking for. And again, we're just trying to combine one stat. Once we finish this one stat, we will move on to the next one. Are you almost done? Ugh, it takes so long. Once we get that done, oh my goodness, they're just pumping out babies over here. Have some cool colors. So a couple of quick refreshers if you don't know this already. Whenever you get a mutation, you're always going to get a color mutation with it. And that does mean that it doesn't necessarily get shown. It's sometimes a little bit different. Okay, there we go. Level 11 Dodo. Now this is a egg that I think is going to be good. So we got a female out of it. We didn't get health. Boo. Okay, we're going to keep it though because we want to. I'll show you how to combine all these stats in a minute. So we didn't get the health on that one, but you can see that we do have right here a level 11. So it's quite a bit better. Now, some people question why I got level 11. Ooh, 13. Here we go. This should, I'm hoping, have the health. It's a female. It has a health mutation. Yes, you are no longer useful. Yes, 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 yes. All right, so now essentially what we're going to do here is pretty simple. We're going to take our level 1 dodos over here. These are only used to get new mutations. So we don't want level 1s if we're trying to combine and stack mutations. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and leave him over here. Now let's go ahead and look at the stats that we got out of this level 13. You can see that we got some cool colors on it. 4, 6, 0, 0, 0, 2, 0. Let's try that. 4, 6, 0, 0, 0, 2, 0. That's 1. That's a 1, not a 2. There we go. All right, so now we have it. So these are our stats, okay? We have the 4 health. That's what we're looking for. So we have 4 health on this one. We know that it has good health. Now 4, 6, stamina, 0, 0, 0, 2, 0. Not bad. So what we're going to do now is we know that we want to try and combine the mutation. And we're going to say, okay, I have 4 health now. We know that we have a guaranteed health line that's going to provide us with at least 2 health. Sometime more likely we're going to get 4 out of it. So we have a way, if I can breed these 2, to get a guaranteed egg off of those. Now what we really want to do though has nothing to do with that. We're going to go over here because remember earlier we had that 6 melee. Now if I have that 6 melee right over here, this special guy right here, and it is a male, perfect. We're going to go ahead and breed these 2 to try and combine their mutations. Now how we're going to do this is pretty simple. You're just going to go based on odds. So we're going to enable them breeding. We don't want you. You are no longer useful. And we're going to try and create a super baby out of this. Now remember, 55% chance to get each better stat. Now that sucks. If you're curious, 55% chance times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is not good. You only have like a 10% chance to get all of the individual stats that you want. Because it's 55% times 55%. Times 55%, which is a very small number in case you're curious. I don't know the specific number. I should probably know it because I'm telling you about it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that on my phone right now. And I'll tell you the probability of you getting everything that you want. So 0.55 times 0.55 times 0.55 times 0.55 times 0.55 times 0.55. All right, so you've got somewhere around a little bit less than, give or take, 5% chance of you getting all of the stats. So never be super into, or I guess upset if you don't get the right stats the first time. It's not going to happen. So what you're trying to do in this one is we're just trying to get an egg with the 4, 6, 6. So we want the 4 health, 6 stam, 6 melee. And all you have to do is you have to keep breeding these 2 until you get that set. Now what a lot of people do is they're just going to throw the babies away willy-nilly and they're going to say, screw it, I don't have what I want, get rid of it. Now that's not what you want to do. What you want to do is you can use some of these babies, and I'll talk about how to do that in a second here. But basically, the probability, again, not very high that we're going to get all 3 of these stats right off the bat. You're probably going to get some of them. So let's say you get another female, okay, another female with stats like some of the health or some of the stamina. You can start combining and piecemealing, or just taking little bitty pieces together until you get that bigger egg. Now we've got a level 15, so we know it's a higher level overall. Let's figure out what we were able to get on it. All right, so let's go ahead and check this out. So we almost got lucky. So we got 0 health, 6 stamina, 6 melee. Now it is a female. Now you're going to notice that I cannot breed this thing back with this and just have the health magically appear. So this is not useful to us. We're going to go ahead and write not useful unless I somehow get another male. And you know what, I'll show you how to do that too. So we have 6 stam, 6 melee. We're going to write 6 stam, 6 melee. Now we have this if we need it. Now we're looking for the health, okay? So we almost got it. Remember that 55% chance in all the stats, not very high. So right here, that level 15 means that we did not get the health. We're just going to have to keep waiting until we get it. Now, there is no way to really speed up this process. You have to wait, and it takes time, unfortunately. But again, remember when I talked about you could use the offspring to sometimes get other stats? That's what we're trying to do right now. If this next egg has 6 health, and it happens to be a male, then we can increase the chances by creating a new breeding pair over here. We're just trying to combine the stats, and that's all we're trying to do. Now, a lot of people have a tendency to say, ooh, I like this one, I don't want health. Go with what you originally planned. It's probably going to take you realistically, if you're unofficial, it's going to take you a few weeks to combine your stats because it just takes time, but you want to increase the probability. Now, you can do that by keeping this egg over here, or I guess this baby, and just saying, okay, I have 2 of the stats. Let's see if I can get a third. And we're at 87%. Now, again, a lot of people try and use level 1 dodos to try and combine their stats. Don't do that. That's not a good idea. Level 1 dodos are literally only for one purpose. They are so you can increase the probability of mutations. Never use them to combine your stats. When you're combining your stats, level 13, I don't think this one's going to be very good. It is a male, though, so maybe we got lucky. We have, oh, this is amazing. So we have 4 health, 6 melee. This is perfect. So 4 health, 6 melee. Now, perfectly and conveniently, the one stat we need is health on this one. So we're going to go ahead and enable mating on these 2. Now, the reason that we're going to do that is because now we've got 2 stats. Now, we can even take this guy right here and go ahead and throw him away because it's pretty simple, actually. I'll show you in a second here. So this one only has 6 melee, right? We know that we have 6 melee on that one, but we already have it on one that has both the health and the melee. So he has a lower chance to donate us the stats we want. Just because he was my initial breeder does not mean that I'm going to keep him. So he's going to go to the dodo sidebar over there where the scorpion tried to kill them all. All right, so now we have a new set of parents. Now this is where it gets a little more difficult because now we're basing it on chance. You can see our new dad has 2 of the stats we want, not just 1. So that's the reason we pulled him in. So now we've got the 4 health, 6 melee. That's why I moved him in here. And we're trying to combine that to get all 3. Now, once we have all 3 and we have a breeding pair, that means we can guarantee that egg, and then we can move a new male into our breeding line to get new mutations. Now, I know that's confusing. We're not going to go all of that at once. I'm just telling you where the process is going. So we're at 61, 49. Again, don't care about these stats. 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 Now, the reason that you don't want any, so you want 0 points, realistically speaking, in anything but the stats you want because you're just wasting points. There is a level cap on dinos, and that's why we're using this method. If you hit level cap, your dinos go poof and disappear. The more points you can have into the stats that you want them in, and the less points you have in the stats you don't want them in, the better overall dino you're going to have in the end. Just think about it this way. There is 0 value in having oxygen in a T-Rex. Are you going to have a submersible Rex? If you are, I commend you because I don't know what you would actually use it for. All right, so we're going to go ahead and say that we have ourselves a female dodo. It is level 15. Let's see what we have on it. All right, so we have 6 stam, 6 melee. Again, 2 stats. We have 6 stam, 6 melee. Notice how it's becoming a much higher probability for us to get what we want, and we're going to put her back in the breeding line. Now, I have a feeling we got it right here, though, because we have a level 19. So, again, before I look at the stats, we're going to put her right back in. Thank you. And she has 2 of the stats we want, but not all 3. Now, this is a male. Let's go ahead and check him out. And he has all 3. Perfect. So it took about 5 shots, but we did get the 4 health. Oops, 6 stam. And then 6 melee. Now, we have what we want. Remember, we just combined all these stats to get the 4 health, 6 stam, 6 melee. Now, we're going to go ahead and get rid of this guy. Now, the reason that we're going to get rid of him, he's no longer useful to us. He gave us the stats that he needed. Either neuter him or get rid of him. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. And now what we're going to do is we're going to try and get a guaranteed breeding pair. So we have the male. We have that one. And now we're going to bring back our breeders. So we're going to go ahead and take these guys, put them back over here. And this is really how quick it is. It's not something that's difficult to combine your stats and do everything you need to, but it's something that you should be doing. Every time you get a new stat, this is what you have to do to get your breeder at a higher level. So we already have our new breeder. This is him. 4 health, 6 stamina, 6 melee. We went from level 1 to level 19 in like 4 generations. So it's doable. It's very easy. Now all we need is a guaranteed female, and that's what we're looking for. Now we have a much higher chance to get the stats because think about it this way. This one, we have a guaranteed stamina, guaranteed melee. We only need the health. We have guaranteed stamina, guaranteed melee, only need the health. Have the health, have the stamina, don't have the melee. So basically we're looking at a pretty high chance that we're going to get an offspring that is going to give us what we need. Now, again, we're looking for a breeding pair before we put him back in with our breeders. Now what these are, if you don't know this already, they're called female 00s because they have 0 mutations. So we can control what they're going to give us, female 00s. Now if you haven't seen my breeding video, you'll go watch it and you'll understand why we have these. Now, again, we're waiting. And come on, I want that guaranteed breeding pair. And then we've done our job. We now have a guaranteed breeding pair once we get it. Now, once we have that breeding pair, we're basically going to have that off to the side, or that female off to the side. So if we ever want to just have one so we can ride it around or carry it around, I guess, because it's a dodo, we're going to leave it right here so we can guarantee the probability of getting an offspring that we want. All right, I'm going to set the time of day. Time of day, 10 o'clock. Yeah, much better. All right, level 15, probably not what we want. Level 19, that's probably what we want. Level 19, I think that's also probably what we want. This is amazing. Okay, come on. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and look at these offspring. Unless we got a mutation on them, which I doubt, we got what we wanted. All right, so 46006, perfect. 46006, not what we want, not useful. This is a destroy, send to our sidebar, but now we have best stats female, and we have another best stats female. Now, this is what we do. Best stats female. So we're going to go ahead and take these because they have the same exact stats as our parent. Right over here, this guy. So he is now our stud male. We have him labeling our stats. So we know that we have 4 health, 6 stam, 6 melee on him. So we're guaranteed to get those stats if we combine him with these two. Now, these two right here, I'm going to go ahead and enable breeding on them just to show you what I mean. Oh, that is a male. What are you doing? This is a female. Okay. All right, enable mating. So he is best stats male. You can call him whatever you want, but he's the same thing, nothing special. The only reason that we would change this one and this one out is we liked the colors of one more, but they look identical to me. Yeah, they look identical. So we're going to go ahead and just turn him into a sidebar. See ya. So now we don't need any of these anymore. They're just no longer useful. Don't waste your time. A lot of people have a tendency to just... Oh, whoops. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit you there, bud. A lot of people have a tendency just to, pick up what they want and get rid of them. So now we're combining the stats. What we're guaranteed, this one is guaranteeing us the stats that we want with the 4 health, 6 stam, 6 melee. Now we're going to get new mutations on these ones, and then inevitably you're going to start this process all over again to combine your stats. But this is going to give us the guaranteed egg, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Excuse me. Sorry, still early in the morning. I'm still coughing a little bit. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. It's frustrating me. I don't like it being there. Drop all the feces all over the place. Boom. Alright, so we know for a fact this is the guaranteed egg, still most of the way there. We finally did it. It only took 25 minutes, but we did it. Alright, so we combined all our stats. That is the easiest way that you can do it, by the way. Make sure that you, follow that steps. Don't always throw away the offspring if they are useful and you can use them to get yourself the stats you need. Bring them back into the line and just do what you can. Now again, we're guaranteed to get mutations out of these two, so it's basically just starting the process again. So I'll show you what that means. 20, wow, that one got hosed. So, level 9, so that one got no stats. This one got a ton. So right off the bat, one of the things you look at, level. If the level is higher, it means they picked up a lot of good stats. If it's not, they picked up bad stats. So, see that? Bad stats. Boo. So we actually got mutations on that one from the mom, which is not good. This one, however, has some stats. Oh my goodness. So, this is where it gets confusing again. We have 4 health, 8 stam, 6 melee. Now we're trying to get that stam. We move it off to the side so we have our little thing. This is that guaranteed egg I was talking about. Let's go ahead and show you. So remember, boom, just like this, 46006. Okay, boom. We now have our guaranteed breeding line to produce us that. We want to increase the stats here. You can keep going for melee mutations if you want, or mutations if you want to. I usually stop while I'm looking, unless I have an extra male available. And then I try and combine these two together in order to get the best overall egg. Because remember, we want the best overall egg with those 3 stats. So we're looking for that 8 now. So now we just got to wait until we get the 8 stamina, which is a lot faster because we already have all the other stats. So this is how you combine stats. Really not that difficult. And then as soon as we get the baby we want, we throw away the old dad. This guy would then go away. The new dad would then go in here, and we'd start the process all over again. And we'd look for another female, but we have it, so we're good to go. So anyways, this is how you combine mutations. Hopefully this video helps you. A lot of dodos were killed in the making of this video, but it was because of a Pulmonoscorpius, not me. These guys are just chilling on the beach. Sounds like a pretty good life to me. Boom. This is how many dodos we ended up with. So you end up going through a lot of tames, but it's worth it in the long run because you guarantee your stats and you know what you're doing. So hopefully this video helps you out, and this is how you combine mutations. Teach out.